Hello and welcome back, everyone, once again to Forza Horizon 6. Today, it's a bit of a sad day, honestly, because this is going to be the last episode of the Horizon campaign. It's because we are doing the Goliath, so it's the end. But you know what? We're still going to have a great time, no matter what. So, first thing I want to do is something I honestly should have done a long time ago. My real life car is in this game and I have still not bought it. So I'm gonna do that before we get into this. Buy it in the exact same color too. Right there. It's not exactly the same since this one I'm pretty sure has left-hand drive. No, this one has right-hand drive, I think. Yeah, this one has right-hand drive, so yeah, it's not exactly the same. Mine has left-hand drive because I don't live in the UK or in other parts of the world where they drive on the right hand. So, yep, everything else is the same. Actually, mine doesn't have this little lip back here. But other than that, it's basically the same thing. Alright then. I also did try and grind a lot for the stamps, got to the purple stamp, and it's still not enough. You have to be a master explorer to get the 787B. I'm sure that every person already knows this, but I had no idea exactly how far you were going to go, and there's still 2 more bond finds left, and obviously one of those is the 787B. So sadly, we're going to have to do something different for the Goliath. But thankfully, I did come prepared for that. I already know exactly what I'm gonna buy for the event. I don't know if it's just me. Maybe it's because I usually don't drive my real life car like above 5,000 RPM, but I swear it does not sound this high pitched in real life. I was so concerned what the hell that sound was at first. Okay, it's just another player. Anyway, yeah, let's get started. So, yep, final race, the Goliath. Technically, I could continue doing a Let's Play until I get, like, the Master Explorer stamp. But the thing is, I feel like it's gonna be pretty boring, because most of that side content, like taking photos and rivals and collecting cars, mascots, you know, all the stuff like that, customizing garages, which, you know, could be fun if I'm like trying to build the estate. Maybe it could be interesting to watch. I don't know. The Horizon stories I do plan on doing videos on, but those are just gonna be their own separate things, not really part of the Let's Play. So this is gonna be it right here. Let's finish the Goliath. This will be the last episode of the Let's Play. Of course, I won't be done with this game, but you know, as I clearly just explained. I don't know why I keep
Strap
explaining
in for
this.
this one. The Goliath lives up to its name and then some. The longest route around Japan. No shortcuts. Good luck.
Alright, here we go. I already know which car I'm going to be using for this one, too. I was looking at different cars about to buy last night, so think I already know exactly which one's the right choice. The Ascenza, it's a really good price, and it's one of the best sounding cars. It's got basically everything you could want. So we are absolutely going to be buying the Ascenza for this. I'm a little annoyed that the game is just going to start me out with this, because I kind of wanted to upgrade this car first. So I'm actually just going to do that real quick, because I will definitely lose this event if I just go with this thing stock. Alright, now let's begin the last event. Because this is the final event, I will indeed increase the difficulty a little bit, just so we can see how good this car really is. Gotta make this a little challenging for our last event. Alright, here we go. Obviously, I've had no spoilers for the Goliath, so I'm excited to see this entire round. Okay, we're already dying. I'm not using the weak line for this, I don't care. I swear I just saw that driver car just spawn right behind me. Alright, well this is gonna be a quite embarrassing first time doing the Goliath. It's pretty bad actually. You know what? Yeah, I think I'm actually gonna restart this. I cannot be getting 11th place for my last event. Please forgive me, my commentary is going to be pretty boring for this event, because I always just try and focus on these longer events. These AI are extremely fast though, holy shit. What is wrong with me? I'm actually fucking retarded. I swear. Swear on God I need to get checked out for mental disabilities, because what is wrong with me? Oh, well, it seems like some of the drivatars also died, so that's pretty good to know. And how about all of you up ahead actually just hit a wall? Honestly, the game will probably just spawn those drivatars back onto the road, so it probably won't do too much. Alright, well, you don't need to tap me on the ass like that. That wasn't really a tap, but you know. I've seen a lot of videos online about that drivatar Bowie Knife 99. I have not experienced anything strange with that drivatar though. So, must only be certain people. Okay, well, it's not just me that can't drive, apparently. That's good to know. I wonder if these drivatars are just so fast that they just can't even control the cars that they're driving. I mean, I'm scared just driving this thing. Almost missed my turn there. We gotta at least try to catch up to the Kobe on that. So far with this Goliath, I love how technical the turns are. It's definitely going to be one of, well, obviously it's going to be the longest Goliath, but it's not only that, you know, it's just going to be the most technical as well, because Horizon 5 was like basically full speed almost all the time. This is, ow, nothing like that. Oh my goodness, you gotta turn these at like 20 miles an hour. I swear with these cars, the faster you're going, the better you're turning. You know, honestly, considering how bad I am at turning sometimes, I bet it's a surprise that I actually enjoy technical turns. I do, even if it doesn't look like I would. Oh, one of the drivatars died. Oh yeah, just like I thought, the game just respawns them. I think so far my favorite thing about this Goliath route is how it definitely feels like every race you've done so far in the game feels like a test before this thing, you know? And I think that's the way the Goliath should feel. Like, for example, the Toge battle around here, Mount Haruna, I'm pretty sure is the one around here. Yeah, that section back there was a lot like it, so I like how you are actually being tested with everything you've done so far for this Goliath. I probably broke too much with this thing, honestly, but I'd rather break a lot and not go off the road and die than break too much and the AI catch up. Which is kind of what's happening. But as you can see, if I don't break, then I'm gonna die. So really don't like to use the rewind, but I'm not gonna redo this race again, so. Alright, dude, you don't have to try and kill me. I swear, Hokey Hoshi's driver tire. Okay, wow. Oh my god. This is not looking good for me. I swear I look like the worst driver in the world trying to do this right now. Anyway, before I actually crashed and died back there, Hokey Hoshi's driver tire. This one is actually probably the most aggressive driver tire I've ever raced against. I don't know what kind of stick this driver tire has up its ass, but oh my goodness, this one just wants to kill me. I hope the real Hokey Hoshi doesn't drive like this. Dude, can you stop? I'll push you off the mountain. I'll try to anyway. Oh. Well, we're in first now. I didn't realize I was going to end up winning. Well, maybe I shouldn't say that just yet, considering what happened yesterday with the Titan. Anyway, I didn't realize I was going to almost win this race just because of the fact that the driver tires are actually killing themselves. I couldn't even imagine what this must be like on Unbeatable. Those driver tires must actually be killing each other on Unbeatable. But then again, if I was on Unbeatable, the driver tires would probably be so far ahead I wouldn't be able to catch up even if they were killing each other. Dude, can I learn to turn a corner for once? This is probably the most painful thing anyone has ever had to watch, and I apologize for that. I mean, I clearly don't do that much worse on camera considering my performance in that Hollow Light video I made a little while ago. Well, I think that guy just killed himself. Sadly, he hasn't been given the power to reverse time. So it sucks to be a driver tire. Actually, maybe fortunately would be the better word to use for that. I'd be terrified if driver tires could reverse time. I don't think anybody would be able to win a single race in this game if they could. Anyway, while I'm doing the Goliath, I feel like probably the best thing to commentate on is probably what I've thought about this game so far. So, I'm going to try to pay attention to the race while doing that. So, as anyone can imagine, I've loved basic... I thought I was going straight. This is why I don't commentate when I'm racing. Anyway, as I was about to say, as anyone can imagine, I have loved basically everything about this game so far. I mean, in terms of how it looks, you know, it's obviously the greatest looking Horizon game ever. But, you know, it doesn't even just look good as well. The map, I think we literally have to talk about the map. Like, this is, without a doubt, the best map in any Horizon game. my favorite map of all time before this was the one from Horizon 2. So I've had, you know, I've loved the same map for a long ass time. But Horizon 6 just does basically everything right with the map. Dude, these freaking Mitsubishis are on my ass right now. Oh my goodness. But yeah, the road layout, the elevation changes. Oh my god, it's so good. And then Tokyo, you know, like the really narrow roads you have in certain places, how alive the city feels. Now, I will say Surfer's Paradise did feel more alive because you did have more people walking around in places you couldn't reach. At least from what I've noticed so far. You know, I haven't, like, gone through every corner of Tokyo, so, you know, it might be more alive than what I'm thinking. But it looks so good. And then we have small towns like this, you know, which are also really nice. And of course, Japanese architecture is one of the coolest architectures out there. So they look amazing as well. But I also love the designs of the road. They don't just all feel like the previous games. They feel different, you know? We have all this different paint on the roads, which obviously is something that you would see in Japan, you know? I've never been there, obviously, so I can't say that, I know everything about it. But I love how much different the roads look. Just small details like that are so cool. But yeah, other than the map, I think the biggest thing to talk about is the progression. I honestly think that, I don't think it would be a surprise to anyone to say that this is the best progression we have had since the first Horizon game. Horizon 2 didn't have a bad progression, but Horizon 2 was a lot of just, like, road trips to different locations. It got very repetitive. It wasn't bad, but it definitely got repetitive. But this game, their idea to separate, you know, the Horizon Festival campaign from exploration, I think was one of the best decisions they've ever made for progression. Because wanting to explore this map and getting truly rewarded for it is such a good decision. It really is. You know, I like how the barn finds and the houses are attached to it. It's such a good progression with exploration. And then, of course, the festival progression itself is very good. You know, it's so much better than Horizon 5. Of course it is. Like, Horizon 5 had the worst progression I've ever seen in a racing game. At least thus far. Of course, I've never played every single racing game in existence, so I can't say it's the worst of them all, but the Choose Your Own Adventure campaign from last game was just too... You could get to the Goliath within, like, an hour or two. You know, the race that's supposed to be the last race in the game. I mean, even though Horizon 4 didn't really have, like, the greatest progression ever, at least you actually had to do a lot to reach the Goliath, you know? But the wristbands being back is definitely a great thing. Of course, I wish we had the rivals, and the rivals are probably the biggest reason why I'd still say Horizon 1's progression was better. Even if they don't add much to the actual progression, they do make it more rewarding when you actually finally beat them, you know, and get their cars too. So, that's another awesome thing. Of course, it's not like a Need for Speed game where, you know, their cars are actually souped up, insane machines, but they're still really cool that you even just get them, you know? But anyway, It is a huge grind between the purple wristband and the gold wristband. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but it is a huge grind compared to, like, orange to purple, you know? Because that's like 4,000 or 5,000. It might be 6,000 points, maybe. I can't remember now. Have to go back and check in the previous videos. But between, you know, purple and gold wristband, it's like double that. So it's a lot. But the progression, it's amazing. So, yeah. Another thing I think that's really important to talk about is the car sounds. They are definitely improved over the Horizon 5. I could tell that they definitely went out and recorded more, so they all sound really good, but I don't think anyone was expecting the car sounds to be bad. You know, I mean, if we went back to Horizon 4 quality after Horizon 5, it would have been pretty bad. So, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I haven't done stuff like the Horizon stories and the jobs, so sadly I can't say anything on them. I wanted to do them before now, but I felt like making my own video on them would be more interesting. At least it would be more enjoyable for me, anyway. Ow. Well, if I get beaten by a Ford Supervan... No, I'm not getting beaten by an electric car. That's right. Get behind me. Internal combustion engines for life, damn it. I think it's... Actually, no, we are on podium. We gotta fight for the podium. I cannot lose to an electric car. Not even a car, it's a van. I'm probably gonna shut my mouth for the last part of this race because I gotta walk the fuck in. Oh, second place died. We just have one more. I don't think we're gonna catch up to first place. Oh, man. Yeah, we're not gonna be able to push it hard enough. Okay. No surprise that would fall off a bridge at the very end, right? Honestly, P2 is still pretty good for expert difficulty. I didn't even think I was gonna get this good. Of course, I had to restart the race, but you know what? Let's not talk about that, okay? Let's not talk about that. Well, here we go. This is the end of the Let's Play. Second place on the Goliath. 22 minutes, damn. Surprisingly long, honestly. But I like that, you know? I think it's good for this race to be as long as it was. It's kind of hilarious how the AI completely murdered each other and yet I still lost. Well, that was the Goliath. 282,000 credits. Hell yeah, that's really good. Well, let me find a nice looking place so I can talk for a minute. I think this is as good of a location as any. Well, I hope everyone has enjoyed this a lot, you know, or even just a little bit, of course, you know, because I know watching me is probably a pretty dull and boring, and it's probably not the greatest experience ever. I'll be honest, I know. But to all the absolute legends who would watch this entire series and everything we've been through, I thank you so much. You guys are the true Horizon legends for watching this entire thing. I cannot thank you enough. And I do plan on doing more for this game. Obviously, the festival playlist, the stories, and probably some more of those core deep dives I've done every once in a while. Definitely will be doing one on the 787B, I promise you that. But anyway, I hope you all have enjoyed a lot. And even if, you know, this series falls off, which I know that hasn't gotten a lot of views anyway, I still enjoyed it. You know, it's, in some cases, the views don't matter. It's kind of about building a legacy, you know? In 5 years' time, when we're getting closer to the next Horizon game, I can rewatch this and remember this, you know? So, it's still something great to remember. So, I hope everyone has enjoyed the series. Once again, I'll say it. And I'll see you guys soon. And I honestly do plan on doing a video on another game today. Another racing game that has added something absolutely amazing. So, I hope to see you all there. Bye-bye, and have a great day.